Okay, hi guys. I'm here to show you how to multiply and divide decimal numbers by 10. And once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. Okay, the things you need to remember is that we're not going to change the order of the numbers. Okay, when you're timesing or dividing by 10, 100 or 1,000 or even bigger. What we are going to change is the position of the decimal point. Okay, and if we're multiplying, we're going to be moving our decimal point to the right, which will make the number bigger, which is what happens when you multiply. And for dividing, we're going to be moving our decimal point to the left, which makes the number smaller, which is what happens when you divide. Okay? Now, the other thing you need to remember is the number of places that you move the decimal point depends on the amount of zeros in the question in terms of timesing or dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000 and larger. Okay, so I'll show you an example. 3.48 times by 10. Okay, so I'm going to be moving my decimal point this way because I'm multiplying, and I'm going to move it just one place because there's 1 0 in the question. Okay, and this is the working out that you should actually show when you're doing it. Okay, moving it there, and then in order to get the question right fully, you would need to rewrite your answer 34.8 or 34.8. Okay, so 34.8 is bigger than 3.48, and that's because I've multiplied it, and that's what your answer should show. Okay, I'm going to move the decimal point this way because I'm timesing by 2 places because there's 2 zeros in my question. 1, 2. Rewrite your question as your answer. Now, because this has the decimal point at the end, that is not necessarily a wrong answer, but you wouldn't really need to put the decimal because it is a whole number of 348. Okay, this time I'm timesing it by 1,000, so there's 3 zeros in the question. I'm multiplying it, so my decimal point's going this way, and I'm going to move it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's a little different, this one. 1, 2, and then you're at the end of the question, but you need to do another one here to show that you're moving it 3 places. Okay, and you're probably thinking, well, that looks a bit strange, but what you need to do is add a 0 under any one of these that are empty. Okay, because you've multiplied it to such a large number. And so my new answer is 3,480 in this case. All right, let's do some dividing. Okay, 48.2 divided by 10 divided by 100 divided by 1,000. Okay. So the same deal applies in that you're going to move the decimal place depending on how many zeros are in the question. Alright, and in this case we're moving them from right to left to make the number smaller because that's what happens when you divide. Okay, so just one place this time. 4.82, okay, 2 places this time because there's 2 zeros in my question. Okay, and whenever you don't have a number at the front, you don't usually start it with a decimal point, so you would need to put the 0 there to show that you fully understand that it's less than 1, 0.482. Okay, now we're going to move it 3 places, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and like this one here up the top, we have an empty section here, so we need to fill it with a 0, and then of course you'll put a 0 out the front here, just like we did in this question. Alright, that's as simple as. So things to remember. Left to right when multiplying to make the number bigger, right to left when dividing to make the number smaller, and the amount of places you move depends on the amount of zeros in the question. Alright, good luck.